Welcome to a lovely half an hour to move away from the busyness of your mind and really anchor in, draw your awareness inwards to your breath and to your body, and have a lovely bit of time to connect to your baby as well. So let's start in a nice seated position. So you can either have your legs crossed or maybe bring one heel into the groin and then the other heel in front. And then you can just pop a little cushion underneath your bottom if you like to lift you up a little bit if that's more comfortable. And then check your hips and your knees feel comfortable in that position as well. And then we'll just spend a few minutes arriving, coming into your half an hour practice really gently. So maybe just placing the palms up, allowing the eyes to close gently, and just starting to bring your awareness inwards to your natural flow of breath. So feeling your belly lifting, your chest expanding as you breathe in. And then breathing out, feeling a nice sense of rooting down through your sit bones, really connecting downwards through the sit bones into the ground beneath you. And then with another inhalation, let's take a lovely lengthening through the spine and really lifting up through the heart. So we give baby lots of space as we lift and lengthen, and then pull up all the way through the crown of the head. So we have this lovely long pulled up spine. Let's lift the shoulders up to the ears and then slide them down the back, having a lovely spacious neck. See if we can relax the arms, relax the fingers, relax the legs, and relax the toes. Just come back to that rise and fall of your body as you breathe gently. Feeling and watching your natural flow of breath, using that as an anchor to bring your awareness inwards. So you just start to leave all of the stuff behind, all of the stuff that keeps our minds occupied. Leave that all behind, dropping into the breath. And then just bringing your awareness up to your forehead, finding a lovely softening and smoothing over the forehead. Finding a little more space between your eyebrows, and then soften your temples, soften your eyebrows, soften your eyelids, and soften your eyes themselves. Let's soften down through the nose and over the cheeks, into the sides of the jaw, and into the chin and the lips. And then just find a little gap between the teeth, so we can soften to the back of the jaw, let your teeth soften, your gums, the roof of the mouth, the base of the mouth, and the tongue gently resting. And then just take another breath in where you feel your face becoming even lighter, soft, smooth and open. Maybe a little hint of a smile at the corners of the eyes and at the corners of the mouth. And then taking your awareness back down into your belly, back down to baby. Feeling that lovely rise and fall of your body. Let that breath start to calm you from the inside out. And before we begin our physical movement, we're going to just take a few rounds of our golden thread breath. So this is a really helpful one to use and practice, not only for relaxation during pregnancy, but also during labour. You can use this one during labour. So it's a nice long expansive breath. We breathe in through the nose and then out very, very slowly and smoothly through the mouth, making just the tiniest gap between your lips, and imagine a golden thread coming off into the distance. You can visualize that. So when you feel ready, maybe palms still facing up, or if you want to, you could place left hand onto baby or right hand onto baby, and then left hand onto chest if you prefer. So we'll take a nice big long breath in through the nose. Let baby lift. Feel your heart lifting as well. And then gently part the lips, just a little touch, and then breathe out. Long, full breath. Picturing that golden thread leaving your lips off into the distance. Inhale, big breath in. Tiny gap between the lips. Feel your belly softening, your chest softening, and see if you can soften your pelvic floor as well. So you have that lovely releasing feeling through the pelvic floor, relaxing the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. And when you do that lovely long exhalation, part your lips really gently, but keep the lips soft. So remembering if the jaw and the lips are lovely and soft, that will help the pelvis and the pelvic floor relax. Softening the face. Let's do 2 more rounds. Big breath in. Inhale, feel baby lift. Perfect. And when you've done that last breath, just allow your breathing to return back to its natural pace and rhythm. Good. Okay, we're going to place the palms down onto the knees. Let's take a few big shoulder rolls. So breathing in, lifting the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, maybe through the mouth. Good. 3 more times. Well done. And when you've done that last one, let's interlace the hands and then press the backs of the palms all the way up to the sky. So take a nice big breath in, feel your body lengthen, lots of space for baby, really open through the shoulders. And then breathe out, press the hands down the side walls. Inhale, lifting. Draw the shoulder blades together at the back. Exhale, press those side walls away. Lovely. Just one more time. Inhale, lifting. And exhale. Wonderful. Hands landing onto the knees. We're going to start with a little circle. So just bringing the chest forwards round to the side and dipping back a little bit round to the other side. So make it nice and small to begin with. Keep those hands and shoulders lovely and relaxed. See if you can match your breath with your movement in some way, and then start to make your movement a little bigger if that feels okay. So we're kind of rocking across the sit bones, finding this lovely rotation. So this helps to mobilize into the hips a little bit, and we're just finding a little bit of mobility through the spine as well. Wonderful. And then switch it up. Let's take it round in the other direction. And then make that smaller and smaller until you come back into a nice central point. And we'll pop the fingertips down by the sides of the body. Inhale, right arm lifting. Take a side bend gently over to the left. So feel those right ribs really opening, finding lots of space. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, drawing that left sit bone down, opening through the left waist and into the left ribs. Inhale through the middle. Think of drawing the shoulder blades together at the back. So we're still maintaining or increasing strength through the upper back. So sometimes the back becomes weak from being stretched with the extra weight of baby at the front of the body. Breathing in, breathing out, just one more on each side. Inhale, lifting. Beautiful. So let's sit back a little bit. We're going to take the right leg forwards and the left foot just tucked up onto the inside of your thigh. Pop a little cushion underneath this knee if that feels more comfortable. And if you like, you can always pop a cushion underneath your right knee as well. So we're going to come into a forward fold. So breathe in and then breathe out. So normally we'd go straight over the leg. Maybe this time just let belly come just onto the inside of your thigh. So you've got a little bit more space. Keep the chest nice and lifted so baby's got lots of space. Relax the shoulders. And then again, let's come to that nice long exhalation. So you can come back to breathing out through the mouth if you like. Maybe with the eyes closed, visualizing that golden thread leaving your lips, softening into the back of the right hamstring and into the lower back gently. 2 more breaths there. One more breath. Taking a walk up whenever you feel ready. And then we'll breathe in, lift up the arms again, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and just turn yourself to the left, letting your arms come down wherever they want to land. So it might just be on the leg, or you might take your right hand over onto the outside of your left thigh or onto your knee, gently twisting to the left side, feeling really pulled up. So we're working our postural muscles at the back. Let's come back into the middle, inhale, lifting, and exhale, twist the other way, looking over the back shoulder, drawing the shoulder blades together at the back, little turn in the neck. Wonderful. So let's come back into the middle, let's change legs. So we'll pop the left leg forwards, use your cushions as you need to. So maybe under the left knee, maybe under the right knee. Inhale, lifting. And let's just bring our hands forward. So we're just coming on, baby's coming onto the inside of the thigh, so you've got lots of space for baby. Okay, keep the knee nice and soft, relax the shoulders. Let's come back to that long exhalation, breathing in through the nose, parting the lips, exhale. One more breath. Rolling yourself up when you're ready. Sitting really tall, take a breath in. Let's come round to the right, so breathing out, floating the hands down, just landing the hands wherever they want to land, maybe finding your knee. Twisting out the spine, and we get to stretch the big muscles either side of the spine here as well. So the places that we tend to get a little bit achy when we've got that extra weight on the front of the body. Let's come back into center, inhale, lifting, and exhale, let's come round to the left, peeking over the back shoulder if that feels good. Wonderful, and then we'll come back into the center. Perfect. We're going to come round onto all fours. So if you like, maybe cushion up your knees. So you could pop a cushion underneath your knees, or maybe a blanket, or just fold your mat back in half. Give your knees a little bit more cushioning there if you want to. So let's come into a few rounds of cat and cow. So when we come into our cow position, try not to drop baby too much and accentuate this arch here too much, because your stomach muscles are already being quite stretched, so we don't want to overstretch them at this point. It might load your lower back a little bit too much as well. So not too high into the cow position. So we'll just do a little lift. So breathing in, little feeling of pushing the hands into the ground, little lift of the heart and the chin, and then exhale, draw the tailbone under, lift baby up towards your backbone. So we're switching on the abdominals a little bit, draw the chin in and arch through the back. Inhale, heart coming forwards. Just finding that little lift if it feels okay. Exhale, scooping under, lifting baby up. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing through the nose if that feels good, or maybe in through the nose and out through the mouth again. Keeping the face really soft, especially that space between your eyebrows. If it's uncomfortable on the wrist, just come to a fist here. Keep the elbows nice and soft and soften your toes as well. Just 2 more rounds. Perfect. So when you've done the last one, let's come back into a central position and we're going to thread the needle. So let's breathe into the left arm, looking up and open. Exhale, thread the needle and twist. And again, inhale, lifting. Exhale, twist. Wonderful. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Let's pause down here. So we'll place the shoulder down, side of the temple, side of the head, and then just move your right hand a little further away from your face. Just keep the bottom nice and lifted here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Perfect. And then when you feel ready, pushing down into that right hand, and then we'll just come back up into the center. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let's come on to the other side. Inhale, right arm lifting. Exhale, thread the needle. Breath in, lift up, look open. And one more of those, breathing in and breathing out. So you can place your shoulder down, side of the head. Just move that left hand a little further away from you, elbow bent. Pause here, bottom nice and lifted, so we get some really nice stretching through the lower back and between the shoulder blades as well. Perfect. And then we're going to push down and we'll just come back up into the center. Really good. So we'll open the knees, take the knees wide, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to draw the bottom down and back. So just melting the pelvis down and back, settling the forehead to the ground if that's comfortable, or maybe placing your forehead onto the backs of your hands if that's more comfy there. And if it feels at all uncomfortable through the groin at all, just pop your knees a little bit further forward so they're not so open. Breathing gently, 2 more breaths. Okay, lovely. We're going to lift the head and then you're going to come on up. We're going to keep the knees fairly wide and then we'll pop the hands a little bit wider. So your fingers are, your baby fingers are more or less on the outside of your mat. And then we're just going to come into a few rounds of swooping cat. So we're going to draw the bottom back a little bit and then bending the elbows, we're going to scoop the chest through and up. So the hands are quite wide. I want to go a little bit wider with my hands actually. So we scoop down, push and lift. So just make sure that does feel okay for the wrist. Maybe just do about 5 rounds. So we're building a little bit of arm strength, a little bit of shoulder strength. Inhale, exhale, push. And one more. Lost count already. And lift on that. Perfect. So just be careful with the wrists and the elbows on that one. Hopefully that will feel okay. So we're going to bring the knees forwards and then we'll make our way up and we're going to step the left foot up and forwards into a 90-degree angle. So you're on your back knee, 90 degrees. If you feel a little bit wobbly, just take your left foot further out to the side, so more than hip width. Lift up through the belly, think of drawing the thighs together. Inhale, right arm lifting. Exhale, take a circle back and open the chest. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, circle. And again, breath in. Breathing out. So we're just finding a little bit of stability through the legs. 2 more times. Rotating through the back and really opening through the chest. 1 more time there, breath in. And breathing out. Lovely, well done. Let's breathe in. Let's come through the middle. Lift through the chest. So really just feel all that lovely space in the front of the body for baby. Let your shoulder blades drop down your back. And then we'll float the arms back down. Perfect. We're going to change legs. So let's pop the knee down and then pop the other leg back. Don't worry if you need to hold onto a chair for balance there. feet hip width, or maybe go a little bit wider if that feels better for you. Right hand to thigh, draw the inner thighs together, lift through the belly. Inhale, taking the left arm up this time. Exhale, open and rotate. Breathe in. So stay nice and lifted through your back. Draw the shoulder blades together, look back. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breathing out. Fantastic. Last one. Both arms coming up. Breathe in. Lengthen through the back. Lift the heart. Relax the shoulders down. Maybe a little opening through the jaw. Floating the arms back down. Well done. We're going to pop the knees back. Brilliant stuff. And then maybe just while we're here, so I'll turn and face you for a second, take the left arm up and over, and then just very gently drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Really loose jaw, so just let the side of the neck stretch through the right side of the neck. Release, and then let's go on the other side. So we're not pulling the head, we're just letting the head come over, and we've just got the tiniest bit of arm weight on the head. So open jaw, stretch through the side of the neck there. Lovely, and release, well done. So let's sit down, and then we're going to take the hands forwards, and if it feels okay, we're going to come up to down dog. So we'll spread the fingers, spread the hands, tuck those toes under, and then lift on up. So it's really important to listen to your body. So if it doesn't feel good today to do this, just pop onto your knees and go back to a nice cat and cow instead, or start to walk your feet out. So bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel down, squidgy through the feet. That's good. Lovely. Just one more on each side. So let's not hang upside down too long. We're going to walk our feet up the mat, and then we'll come into a nice hip width position with the feet. So if it feels comfortable to come into forward fold, make sure you've got lots of space for baby, so lots of knee bend, and maybe just taking your fingertips to the ground in front of you and letting your chin come in. So you'll be in more of this position rather than folding down further. So just give baby a little bit of space. Let's slide the hands up the shins, take a breath in, draw the shoulder blades together at the back, little lift, so you're hugging baby up and in. So we've got a little bit of abdominal work going on there. Lovely long neck. And we're going to come up really slowly. So hands to thighs, bend the knees a little bit, just check we're not going to get a head rush on the way back, on the way up, and then slowly rise. Just pause, make sure you feel okay once you come up, and then taking a big breath in. Exhale, hands coming down to the heart. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come into our chair pose, so just a little bit of leg strengthening. Breathe out, shifting your weight down and back into the heels a little bit, bottom down and back. Think of hugging baby in, so we're active through the abdominals. Pausing there. Working on leg strength, glutes and buttocks, glutes and buttocks, glutes and buttocks and thighs, quads. Okay, lovely. And then we're going to take the arms up, just if this feels okay, taking a breath in, and exhale to shoulder width. We're going to press the floor away, draw the arms back, take a nice breath in, draw the arms back, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, and draw the bottom down and back, lifting the arms. 4 more times. Inhale, lifting. Open through the heart. Exhale, draw the weight down and back. Lift the baby up and in. So belly up and in. Inhale, lifting. Exhale. 2 more times. Breathing in. So working a little bit of leg strength. Exhale. 1 more time. And breathe out. Beautiful. Let's slowly come on up. Perfect. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider onto the mat. So we're going to come into a warrior 2, but probably you don't want to take your legs too wide. So let's take the right toes open, The left toes facing forwards. So normally I'd be a lot wider on the mat, but at the moment just keep your feet a little bit closer because we don't want to overstretch any of our pelvic floor muscles or inner thigh muscles. So let's take a nice breath in and then breathe out and just bend into that right knee and press your left outer baby toe down. Pressing that right knee open so you feel really solid and grounded through both feet, strong through both feet, lifted up through the front of the body and turning the head. Let's take the palms up, inhale, exhale, press down, press that right knee open, inhale, lifting, exhale. One more time, breathing in, exhale. Going to reach to the right, breathe in. So either just hand to thigh, or if you are a little bit wider than me in the legs, you can pop your elbow to your thigh if that feels good. And then we'll just sweep the top arm over into a nice extended warrior. And then we'll come into reverse warrior, breathing in and breathing out, just lifting those right ribs. Excellent. Let's come back up into the center. Well done. Let's turn the right toes forwards and the left toes open. So don't go too wide. Keep your hips forwards. Breathe in, lifting, bending into the left knee, pressing that knee open towards your baby toe, grounding through the right baby toe. Turning the head, and then when you're ready, palms up, breathe in, palms down, breathe out. Inhale, lifting. Exhale. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. Extended warrior, reach along with the body, breathe in. So probably just hand to thigh, unless you do want to come elbow to thigh. You might have your legs a little bit wider than mine. Breathe out, coming into our extended warrior. Lift on up, inhale, and then reverse your warrior, lifting your left ribs, looking up, shoulders relaxed. Let's come back up into the middle. Well done. We're going to bring our feet a little bit closer. So just maybe hip width, just maybe slightly wider than hip width. Soften your knees and then take a nice figure of 8 with your hips. So this is really nice to release any tension in the hips through the buttocks or into the lower back. And it's actually a really good one to do during labour. So during my surges or contractions, whatever you want to call them, I did this, breathing out, using a nice long exhalation through the mouth. So quite a nice one to practice. It's quite effective if you lean up against a warding as well. See if you can reverse it. I don't know if I reversed it then. Oh, I can't do it the other way. There we go. Okay, lovely. So I come back into the centre. Let's breathe in. If you have got time there, you could do a little tree pose. I'm going to bring you back down to the floor, but do pop in a tree pose if you have time. You can just pause me. Come back into your forward fold, knees nice and soft. Lots of room for baby, so your hands will be a little further forward than normal. Chin tucking in. Let's take 2 big steps back to down dog when you're ready. Plant the hands, lift up through the bottom. And then when you feel ready, we're going to come onto the knees. Maybe take your knees out a little bit. Big toes side by side. And then draw your bottom down and back. Just melting the forehead to the ground. Softening into the hands, softening into your toes. You might even want to have your head a little bit more lifted so you've got more space for baby as well, or just come up onto your forearms. Or you can always stack a fist on top of the fist, that's quite comfy. Okay, lovely. When you feel ready, come on up. So if you've got 2 pillows next to you, if you grab those so they're near you. So I've got 2 here, and then we're going to come down onto your back. So pop your knees to your right side first of all, just for a little twist. So we've popped the knees over to the right. So if this is, so you'll probably find it uncomfortable for your knees to be together. Pop a cushion between your knees and your thighs. That's really comfortable. So your knees have come over to the right. Let's open through the chest Maybe keep the head square unless you want to turn your head to the left side. And just breathe gently there, softening into the underneath hip. Allowing your body to start to slow down and ground once again. 2 more breaths. And when you feel ready, bring the head back into the center, and then we're going to take the legs up through the middle and just pop them down to the left side. Adjust the hips, adjust the shoulders as you need to. Get really, really comfortable. Palms facing up. Keeping the head square, or maybe turning the head to the right side. Just taking a few breaths here. Really settling into the shoulders. One more breath. And then we're going to stay on this side with your legs over to the left, coming into our Shavasana as we do during pregnancy. So grab your other pillow, you're going to roll to your left side, just pop that pillow underneath your head so your arm is free. I'm going to swivel around just so you can see me quickly. So we've got knees over to the right, nice cushion between the knees, nice puffy cushion underneath your head, and the shoulders free, so you might have your arm out in front. You might need more cushions than this, or stuff it under a little bit. And then if as baby gets bigger, you might even want to pop a little pillow underneath bump so it feels supported. And sometimes that's nice to have something for your top arm to rest on as well. Sometimes you just don't know what to do with this arm. So you can place it on the top of your leg if you like. So after some nice movement there, let's just take a few minutes to pause and relax. So breathing gently, letting your eyes close. Letting your awareness come back into your natural flow of breath. Breathing in that lovely breath that nourishes you and nourishes your baby. Breathing out, using that as an opportunity to let go. So maybe letting go of anything mental or emotional, any feelings or repetitive thoughts that you want to let go of. Just let that be gone with your out breath. And then use your out breath to let go of any holding in your body. So breathing out, softening through your ankles, your feet, your toes, softening your calves and your shins, your knees, soften your thighs, your hips, the lower back and your belly, the middle of the back and your solar plexus. Soften your shoulder blades and your chest, the shoulder joints, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers and thumbs. Allow your neck to soften. Soften the crown of the head, the whole of the scalp. Soften your forehead. Smooth that space between your eyebrows. And then soften your eyebrows, soften your eyelids. Soften the eyes themselves and your temples. Soften through the nose and your cheeks, into the sides of the jaw and your chin, softening the lips and the whole of your palate. Come back to your breath. Just giving your breath permission to slow down. feeling your natural breath flowing with ease. Every breath calming and nourishing your body and calming and nourishing your baby. So when you feel ready, just gently wriggling fingers, wriggling toes. And then using your hands to bring yourself up nice and slowly. Taking a moment to sit, to be upright. And then taking a lovely big breath in, arms lifting. Exhale, hands coming down into the center of your heart. Namaste.